Hey, welcome back. Another day, another vlog. In the room, new room, the office. We're alive and well, all going well. Working on that video today. Show you all about the room and go through a few things and a bit of a chat. But yeah, I'll put my little touches. Some of my favourite photos that I've printed out up there, so that's going well. And yeah. Good night. A bit happening in the world around tonight. So yeah, I'm going to get the video. I'll start on that video tonight. The room, new room. You can see a little bit of the background here. So the couch was good, but I felt really sort of like it was sagging out. It's not like a firm couch. And it's very low to the ground, so it sort of was falling down. So it's better. I like to be sort of moving around and a little bit better. That I think. If I'm up and standing, I look a little bit fresher than just half asleep. Especially after night shift, sit on the couch, you just sit there and just like... But anyway, I hope you're all well for this Friday, end of the week, end of another week of shows. It's been a big week coming back, first week back, first night shift. That crushed me. I literally laid down, put my head on the pillow, and I reckon... I was out like a light. I was crushed. I haven't felt that bad for a long time. It's once you're used to it, it's fine. But if you go away for a while and you come back, that first night shift can crush you every time. So I'm sure a lot of people out there know what I'm talking about. If you work night shift and you know that feeling and that just how much it just sucks you down. So. Anyway, all good. Feel $1 million today. Got a good 6-7 hours sleep last night, so just wrapped with that. That's like double what I normally get, so that's awesome. Yeah, feel heaps better. So hopefully I can smash out an edit on that video and get something done for you for the weekend to see that, to give you a bit more of a show of the room. And then I can start on the good stuff, which I've got a heap of photos I've got to get done, so I want to try and get them. At least get one of the videos pretty much close to done over the weekend while I don't have this show, and then back Monday, see how I go. Hopefully Monday I'm going to aim to try and get at least the room video done by tomorrow, and then hopefully the Milky Way one I did the other night, try and get that done. On work out which one I want to do, but I'd say probably the Milky Way one because it's got some sick Milky Way photos in there, which I'm super excited to get in and play with. Rightio, there's a bit of stuff out. I'm just going to go through it. Now, there's a few smartwatch guys. You've either got the Apple Watch, that's the first series, which was the worst one to get, and I got sucked in. But there's another one out now. Android's obviously big in the game. There's a heap out there, but there's a good one. Linus Tech Tips had on his channel last night, and it was pretty interesting for probably one main thing. It's called Mobvoi, or I think it is Mobvoi smartwatch, and it's called the TicWatch Pro 4G. Nice bit of kit. A good hot tip for you: if you use Linus Mobvoi, you'll get 25% off it. It's $300 US. So what's that? Probably 10, 30, 60, 70 bucks off. So it'll be only like $230. So that's pretty cool. Waterproof, similar sort of specs to most of your smartwatches and stuff. 4G, so cellular and all that. So like a pretty good price for that. Impact protection, so it's got all the mil specs as well as IP68 rated. It's the full Android sort of wearable suite of software and apps, which is pretty good. The big thing I found with it, and why I chucked it in there, was pretty interesting. It has two modes. So it has your normal screen, so an OLED screen, so you get your full color pictures and all that. You go through all your apps and your sport apps and stuff like that. But it also has a power saving. They call it the essential mode. So basically, it drops out of OLED and it'll go back into just basically like an ink display. Really low power, but it basically just gives you the time and the date and stuff on there, just like a normal watch. That will last 30 days on battery power if you just use that mode. If you go to the normal OLED screen, that's 2 days battery, which is pretty good considering my Apple Watch. I'm lucky to get a day out of that one. I have to let it charge overnight every night to get a full shift out of it at work. So, and that's the Series 1. Obviously, it's got a lot better since then, but it got a lot more expensive now too. So yeah, really, really good. 1 gigabyte of RAM. I don't think that really matters. NFC. It's a swipe thing. It's not the dial. So it's pretty much all. They're all very similar in that regards. I've found that having this one from day dot, that the only real use for the smartwatches is to have wireless connection and not have to carry your phone, so you've got music when you run and doing sports. Other than that, the screen's way too small, so it is just a total waste of time for anything else. Especially in Australia, the cellular, I would never buy that again. Because you've got to pay an extra $5 a month in Australia to your provider just to be able to use it on your data plan, and with Telstra at least. I'm not sure about Optus and the other and Vodafone and stuff, but also we have a crappy telecommunication, so you get stuff all service anyway, and the eSIM is just not strong enough to get good reception, and you can't make a phone call on them. They're bloody, even my Series 3, no one could hear a word I was saying when I was talking to them. So yeah, I would never get that again. But for fitness wise, the electronic watches or your smart watches are brilliant. You can't beat it, because instead of having to put a epoxy thing on your arm or anything like that, you get this thing on your wrist which can get your time and everything, and you can do your music. It is perfect for that. So this one's really good. If you do an Android, I think this is really quality. It looks really nice. And for 25, if you use that thing off Linus's, go check out his video. You'll be able to get the code off it. 25% off. That's a pretty darn good deal. I'm not sure how long that lasts for, but definitely check it out. You can have a good run through. He runs through the whole watch and all the different things, so you can get all the different specs and stuff like that. But I thought that was something just to throw at you for the Android side. Apple Glass. John Prosser, they were saying, has said that they're still coming out with the Apple Glasses. We heard about it for a while. Last year was pretty hectic. It was going to come out. We talked about it was coming out, VR and all this. Well, apparently it's still happening. When it's going to happen, we don't know. He's saying the price is going to be about $450 US. Again, we don't know when this is going to happen, but they want to use the phone. They're talking about using the phone to basically run all the operating systems. The glasses will have LiDAR sensors in them for AR, so you basically can see AR stuff. So like you can do on the phone now, where you can go into Vision, put in your house and see what it's like to have a chair in your thing, and then buy it off IKEA and stuff like that. That seems to be very common stuff, or artwork and bits and pieces like that. That's what they want to do with the glasses. So it is still happening. I sort of thought it was pretty much dead in the woods, but still happening. So maybe the next couple of years we'll see them. Obviously they're going to have to work out how they're going to do prescriptions and stuff like that. So there's a lot of different features, a lot of logistical stuff I think they need to work out before it even, as well as the technology. But I think they're getting closer with the AR movement happening and getting bigger and bigger each year. This year we're going to see another big sweep into it. With the iPhone 12s, you'll see a lot more. I think in September they'll be talking heaps about AR. It's been sort of little bits and pieces the last couple of years, but I think with the bigger LiDAR sensor they put on the back, I think there's going to be a huge push come September or whenever the next Apple event is with AR and what they want to do with that. So I think it's probably definitely coming, but I don't think it's going to be in the next year. Maybe 2-3 years you might see these once VR gets a little bit more grasp or market share or foothold into the tech door. Now, Microsoft Surface Book 3, pretty funky little thing. Lou over on Unbox Therapy got one. It's basically a tablet with a keyboard, but it's a laptop. It sort of looks like a laptop, but isn't a laptop. Its styling's pretty funky. All I could compare it to was the Royale, or you might know the Pablo Escobar phone. The Royale phone that had that folding, it looks like a bus, the cantilever buses, the middle of the bus, the big long buses. The worm bus, we used to call, I think, in Darwin. But yeah, or the accordion, looks like an accordion. So basically, you've got your keyboard, and then you've got your tablet, and it's a 15-inch tablet, mind you. It's a monster tablet, and that connects in. Some really good specs. So it's got I think the one he had had a 2070 Ti NVIDIA graphics card in it. So heaps of grunt, all the good stuff. Batteries in the screen as well as that. You've got headphones. Pretty cool bit of kit. Looks a little bit funky. That's about the only thing I will say with it. No Thunderbolt 3. It's got USB-C, one of them, and two 3.1 USBs, but no Thunderbolt 3, so that was a little bit disappointing, and I think he sort of was in the same agreement to that. Is pretty exy though. $1,600 starting price for the 13-inch. That's US dollars, so that's around the $2,500 to get in the door. So that's not cheap, but if you're a Windows user, definitely something to have a look at. Super portable. Pull that 15-inch tablet off. A 15-inch tablet, that's insane. You can do your pencil. You can fold it over on itself, over the back. If you're going to sit there and do a lot of drawing, and it's got a little bit more support, you get that extra battery life out of there too. There's a battery in the back of the keyboard, and that's where your main graphics card is. So if you do take the tablet off, you will lose the assistance of that graphics card. So that's something to think about. But it did look pretty good, and I guess it gives you some mobility options. If you're someone that's, I guess, works at a desk but then has to move out into maybe a workshop to show someone. So I guess workshops would be a good thing. Supervisors, where they need to go and show mechanics or stuff like that. You can be in there typing away, getting all your work done. Boys want you to come out and get that, but you need to get a photo or something, then you want to put it, instead of having to transfer it to your computer, pull your pad off, shoot outside, take a photo, because it's got a camera in the back of the tablet, take a photo, do some drawings, edit that, cruise back in the office, drop that back in, send the email off to the supplier or whatever. So I think there's a lot of benefits in it, but obviously the price as well, and yeah, well, it does look a bit funky. But we'll chuck it in the thumbnail for you to have a bit of a gander. But you can go check out a full review over from Lou on Unbox Therapy. But very, very cool. But yeah, just the price, I think. Price is about the only thing, and the fact you lose that graphics card when you take the tablet. But I still think, as I said, something like that in a workshop environment where you need to be moving and have something with you to go and do your thing, I think that's where it'll get the benefits. COVID side, big news in that last night, a bit of a vaccine breakthrough over in Cambridge in USA, Moderna. Now I'm pretty sure we heard early on in the piece, Moderna were working on a vaccine and they were one of the first ones. It seems like that wasn't too far away from the truth. They have started human trials. They're one of the first ones that have been in human trials. They've finished their first stage of human trials on this vaccine. Super positive results. The vaccine in the small group, they now move over to a larger group. There's certain stages they do in the vaccine testing on human trials. This first one was just a small group. They take that. From that, this vaccine that they are using stops it spreading in the lungs. So this is a respiratory virus, so it basically attacks your lungs and takes over and then self-replicates itself. If you've looked it up on how it replicates itself and basically shuts down your systems. Now what this does is it stops replicating in your lungs, so your lungs can still function, which could definitely save lives. The next test they want to do on it, and in this larger group, is if it will actually prevent you getting the disease. They've proven that in the small dose that they can stop stop the virus. Now they want to do a larger group, reiterate those tests, and also do tests on preventing you from getting it. So whether they give you this vaccine and that way you can't get COVID, or if it's just going to be something that can be used to, if you have it, to stop you getting sicker. So either way, really, really positive, fantastic effort by Moderna. And I think off the back of that news yesterday, they said that the US stock market shot up a heap. So good news financially for a lot of people too, I'm sure. That will help out immensely, because I think that's the pain we're currently feeling. Most of the world we've got sort of to a point where we've got a fair amount of control on it, I guess. The bit that's out of control now is the financials, the people losing jobs, businesses going bankrupt. And you can still see it. I watch Grays Online for deals and stuff all the time, and there are tons of sales. There's been a heap of businesses, looks like they're going out of business. There's iPhone 11 brand new ones for half price, all sorts of deals going on in all the shops. There's been endless sales for the last 3 months with most companies, so never been a better time to get a deal. But some good positive stuff there in the virus. And that's about it, guys. Another week. I hope you have got something planned for the weekend. Here in Australia, we're pretty lucky. There's been a lot of opening up. Our borders in WA are still shut, apparently, and they're going to be shut until probably at least July. Most borders, they're trying to get some sport back going now, so there might be something to watch on the TV. I think around June, they're looking at most sports starting up. So we're slowly getting back there. It's definitely still a bit of a struggle, but I hope at least now on this weekend you can get out, go get some exercise, catch up with some friends, and enjoy yourself a little bit, if possible, if it's okay. And that's about it. Another week with me, and another week and to enjoy. I will endeavour my best to get you out a video on the room, and also over this weekend to get that other Milky Way shot, or Milky Way video I got from up here at Pack Saddle, and you're definitely going to like that one. Yeah, rightio, I've said enough. Go and have some fun, enjoy yourself this weekend, wherever you're going that way, I'll see you Monday. Ciao.